Hello and welcome in this video for the special ESP deck. So you have this deck in your hand, it's available in red or in blue. The only difference is the color back. And so in this deck you have different cards. You have normal regular ESP sets, so with circle, cross, wavy line, square and star. Okay, you have 25 cards like that, 5 sets. You have also one set in color, just not in black but with different color. And you have also special cards. You have double faces card, but you have always you have also gaff cards. Okay, so you will see in the video you have, for example, the smiley cards or other card to make some effects. And so in this video I'm gonna to show you some effects that you can perform with the card that you have in this deck. But it's only some example and you can use your imagination to create your own routine. Okay, so this is a quick overview of this deck, and now we begin with the first effect. Okay, so here a quick performance of this effect. So we have 5 cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 with a square. And so I show you, if I snap my finger, I have 1 square, 2 square, and we have a special card here. This is a wavy line with some blue, and we have also here square. I put the wavy line here, I show you, just like that. And if I snap my finger now, I have 1 square that switch with a cross. This is a red cross. I put it here, and so now we have just 3 cards. If I snap my finger now, I have 1 card. This is a triangle here, and we have now two black square. I take 1 black square and I put face to face, just like that. Okay, if you watch, and if I snap my finger now, here I have the square, but if I snap again, here I have 1 card. This is the star, and here I have the circle. So this is the quick performance of this effect, and now the explanations. Okay, so here is the card you need for this trick. So you have the ESP cards in color. Okay, so wavy lines, circle, triangle, cross and star, so with normal backs. Here you have a double faces card, so with square, black square and the star. And here I have regular back and the square. So I show you first the same as the performance. So I remove this card, the star, the green star, and here is the setup. So you take all the color cards with normal backs, you add the normal back with the black square, and for the end you take the double face card, and so you need to have the 2 same symbol. Here this is a square, so I put the square like that. Okay, and you are ready for the trick. So to begin, we need to count a frustration count to show 5 cards with the square, black square. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here I have 2 cards. Okay, but you take as 1 card. This double card you put at the bottom, and so now you are in the same position as the beginning. Okay, now you begin the magical effect. So you snap your finger or you turn the pack as you want, and now you reveal 1 symbol is different because you show only square. Now another symbol will appear. So for that you need to make a Hammond count. So 1, 2, and now you have 2 cards here, and you need to switch these 2 cards. These two cards goes in this hand, in the right hand, and you take, so I show you like this, and with this hand you take all the block. Here you have 4 cards, and like that you can reveal you have wavy line here in the example, but another symbol appear. So I show you. So 1, 2, now I switch, I take the 2 square here and I take the block to show wavy lines, and now I count 4, 5, and I put these 2 cards in this side. Okay, you are not aligned with the rest of the pack because you need to push this card. Okay, so I show you once again last time. 1, 2, 3, and you say, oh, you have wavy lines 4 and 5. Now you push the card with the symbol here, the wavy lines, and you take the card and you put on the table. Now you are in this position, and now you need to make an end sleigh count. So first, now you push the block and you take this one in right hand. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4. And so like that you can reveal 1 card appears. Okay, now you are in this position and you make as a Ascanio spread. So you take the bottom card and the top card. Okay, and here I have 2 cards here. Okay, so I take the bottom card and the top card. Now I reveal the new symbol here, the triangle, and so here I am in this position, the double face card and the black square and the circle here with the color symbol. And at this moment you are in like that. You take only the normal square here, so you push this one and you take the normal square. Okay, so I show you. You take the normal square and these 2 cards, you align these 2 cards. And so this card, the normal square, you can put it face to face, like that. And you can show the card face to face. Now you turn the pack and you take the top card. To reveal here you have another symbol. This is the green star, but in reality here I have 2 cards. You put these 2 cards together on the table, and the last one you can snap your fingers and you reveal you have another symbol. So once again, very quickly, you are in this position. You show 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 you put at the bottom. You turn over, make 1, 2, switch. You say, okay, you have another card. This is a circle 4, 5. You push this one, you put on the table, and sleigh count 1, 2, 3, 4. Put on the table. Take the bottom and the top cards. So you have the wavy lines. Now you take only the normal square to put on top. You can show, put face to face, take the top card. Here you have 2 cards. And now you reveal the last symbol. So this is the explanation. Just a point, here I take the black square as the performance, because you transform black symbol to color symbol and the symbol change in the same way. Okay, but you can use only the color. Okay, so for that you take the double face card, you take all the color symbol and you put the green star on top, and you put here the double face card in this side, because you need to have the same symbol here. And so you make the same effect: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you show only green star except the first who appear. You push and select count first and bottom, top and bottom card, the triangle. You take the normal and you show, and you put face to face. You snap your finger. You have one card, and for the last one. So this is another possibility if you want to switch and to have different cards at the beginning, because in one case you have the square and in other way you have the green star. So this is the explanation for this trick. Okay, so here a quick performance of this trick. So we can shuffle the deck, and so we have ESP cards, so wavy lines, square, circle, cross, star, square. So all the cards here, and we pass the card like that, and I ask the spectator to say stop. So for example, stop here. Okay, it's very free choice, and we make two piles like that. So we have two different parts, and we ask to the spectator to choose one. So for example, this one. And so I remember we have shuffled the decks. I pass the card and you say stop when you want. We make two piles. We choose only one pile, and we have also here one card. Okay, this is a random card, and here we have a square. Okay, and which is good is that here inside the box I have a prediction, and it will be great if the square is on the card here, because I have a single card inside. Yes? Okay, if I open the box here, I have only one card, and we have exactly the square on this card. Oh, okay, no, it's not very good. I put the card just like that, Okay, we have the square, and if I make this move, now we have exactly the square, the card you have chosen, and we can watch the two cards and give the card for examination. Okay, so this is a quick performance. So now the explanations. Okay, so for this trick you need this card, the special card 5 in 1, so you have the 5 symbol here, and in the other side you have the square. So you need two squares. So you need two squares, and you take these two squares from the ESP set, so normal ESP set. So on ESP set you have the 5 symbol, and you have 5 sets of 5 symbols. So you have the circle, you have the cross, the wavy lines, the square, and the star. So here is the 5 cards you have in the set, and you have 5 sets, so you have 25 cards. Okay, here I have 25 cards. So you take the two square from the pack, and you put these 2 square on top. Okay, we take the square because this is the fourth card for the revelation. Okay, this card you put on the box, for example, with the symbols on top. You put on a box, on a card case, or on your pocket, or in an envelope where you want. So this is the prediction, and you have the 2 square here on top, and you are ready for the trick. So you can say that you have a prediction here, and here you have a pack of cards with symbols, so you can present the symbols if you want. And so now you can shuffle if you want, but you need to keep the 2 square on top, so you can shuffle like that, or you can pass to card 1, 2, continue to shuffle, so you have the 2 square at the bottom, and you make the same to put the 2 square on top. So this is as you want. You can shuffle or not, it's your choice. So now you pass the card one by one and you ask to the spectator to say stop. Free choice, so stop here for example. You take this pack and you make 2 piles. And so, like that, you force the card because you have on each packet the square. So, at this moment, spectator, you ask to the spectator to choose a pile, but it's not important because in the 2 options, this is the same card on top. So, for example, you choose this one, you take this packet and you put on the rest of the deck. And now, very important, you need to put the black square at the bottom. So for example, you can shuffle these cards to put the square at the bottom. So here is the card chosen by the spectator. You take the rest of the card and you put on top. So at this moment, you have a black square at the bottom. And here you have the selected card. This is a square. So at this moment, you say to the spectator that you have a prediction, and it will be good if the symbol is on the card that you have in prediction. Okay, spectator say yes, you take the card, and this is a gag because it's the special card and you have the square, but you have also the other symbols. So at this moment you need to make the revelation to transform this card to the square. So as in the performance, you can put the card here. So don't put the card too much inside the deck. You put here. And you need to flick the card to turn over the card. Okay? So you are like that, a beam. You have the change. Okay? So you can make this change, or you can put the card here. Put your finger here, you turn your wrist, you push, and you reveal the card. It's as you want. And at this moment, you can reveal. This is the good one. At this moment, you can finish here, or you can switch this card with a normal square to give for examination. So for that, when you are here, you make the switch, boom. You take this packet and you take a break under the first card here, the black square. So you take this special card, you show this is a square, and now you are in this position to make a double lift. Okay, so you make a double lift, and now you take this card, but you don't show this one. You turn your wrist like that, and you can take this one, and you can show both sides, and you can give for examination. So this is the end of the trick. At this moment you have this card here, so you can put this card secretly in your pocket, and you can keep all the cards to make another trick if you want. Okay, so here is the performance. So I have one card here. Just I show you before to start. It's my assistant. Okay, just I take my assistant and I put the assistant here. Now I need to shuffle the deck just like this, and we have ESP cards, so I will pass the card and you say stop when you want. Stop here on one card. This is the star. Okay, and we have the choice, okay, because we have different ESP cards, the square, the wavy lines, but you have choose this card, the star. And if we take the assistant know that you will choose this one, because if you watch my assistant, you have a blinking eye and you don't have the star, and so this is the revelation, so this is the effect. Okay, so here you need the 25 ESP cards, normal cards, and you take from the 25 cards the star. Okay, you put it here, and after you need these two cards. So this is the gaff card here with the smiley. You have all the symbols on it: circle, cross, square, star, and wavy lines. And you have the same one, but you have one symbol missing, the star. Okay, so you have only one eye. So this is the card you need, and here is the setup. So you take the star and you put at the bottom of the pack. After you put the complete smiley with all the symbol, you put in front of the spectator and you put on top. And for the last one, you put on top. So you can begin like that, or you can have this card here as the prediction at the beginning. Okay, it's as you want. So now you can say before to start that you have an assistant. So for that, you take a break under the first one, which is the smiley. You put here and you make a double lift. Okay, so you present your assistant with all the symbol and you put here on the table, but it's the card without the star. Okay, now you just have to force the star. So if you want, you can shuffle, but you keep the star at the bottom. It's very important. Now you need to force, so use the force that you want. So for example, into force. So for that, you need to take some cards from the top. Okay, just like that. And spectator say stop, stop. And when you say stop, you turn over this pack. So it's the star, the selected symbol, but it's the fourth symbol. And you can show that all the symbols are different and the choice of the spectator is completely free. And so now you have just to reveal one symbol missing, and it's exactly here the star. So you can, for example, take the star, put it in front of the assistant, and you reveal. Now you have only you have all the symbols except one, the star on the smiley. So this is the explanation for this routine. Okay, here we have another effect with the smiley cards. So I have here one card I will show you after, and now I just need to shuffle the cards just like this. And so we have ESP cards, okay, with all the form, and then just I ask you to cut. So the spectator cut here, and we mark the cut. And so I remember I have shuffled the deck. You cut at one portion, okay, and here we have a card. This card is my assistant and will help me to find your card. So two cards. So I asked to the spectator to take the two cards. So we have the cards here, and here I remember I have my assistant. So I show you my assistant. This is here. Okay, if you watch, I have my assistant, and you can watch. I have here a circle, here a square, star, cross, and wavy lines. And so he helped me to find your cards. Okay, maybe it's the same shape or not, I don't know. Okay, so just watch my assistant. If I shake my assistant here, I can watch that I have one shape missing here. This is the star. So my assistant think it's not a star. Okay, for the rest, I take my assistant, I shake, and here now we have the square. It's not here. So for the assistant, it's not the square. Once again, I will and so for my assistant, it's not the wavy lines. It's not the wavy lines. Okay, once again. Oh, there is nothing. So my assistant think it's the circle and the cross, and we can reveal this is exactly the circle and the cross. So this is another effect with the smiley cards, and so I show you the explanations. Okay, so here the card you need for these tricks, this is a variation of the other trick with the smiley, okay? So you need the 4 cards for the smiley, okay? Here is the smiley with all the symbols. Here you have all the symbols except the star. Here all the symbols except the 2 eyes, so the square and the star. And here you have just the cross and the circle because the wavy lines are not here. So with this card we need to make multiple changes, and so to reveal here at the end this card with 2 symbols. So we have the circle and the cross, and for the trick so you need to force the circle and the cross. So here is the setup. So you are in this position, you take this card with the cross and the wavy lines, and you put under the card with all the symbols. And you take now this card with only the cross in the middle, and you put under this one. Okay? Now you take the deck, you put the symbol in front of the spectator because he will see the smiley face. So these 2 cards face down, and so here these 2 cards face down. If you want, you can take 1 card here as a prediction, or this is your assistant, okay? In this case, this is this card, okay? So you can put it on the table or to take after in the trick, okay? And here the 2 symbols, circle and cross, and you put on top. And you're ready for the trick. So here you need just to force these 2 cards. So for that, for example, you can use the force you want. Here an example, this is the cross cut. So spectator cuts like that, and you put this pile here. Okay. Now at this moment you can say to the spectator that you have 1 card, and on this card you are your assistant. Okay. When it's done, you take the 2 cards to the spectator, first and second card, and you put this packet on top of the other packet. So like that you have the smiley, okay, on top, ready for the changes after. So at this moment you have forced these 2 symbols, and you can reveal the symbols right now or later. It's as you want. So for example, later. And so at this moment it's time to reveal the assistant. So for that you keep a break under the first card, you take this one, okay, and you make a double lift like that. Okay, so you are in this position. Now you take a break, so you have a break under the 2 first cards, but you need to take a break under the 4. Okay, so you take a break here, so you have 2 cards face up and 2 cards face down. Now you take the packet of 4 cards like that with the thumb here and the middle finger here, and you need to make the change. Okay, for the change you need to wave, and here you need to turn this packet like that. Okay, and here you reveal you don't have the star. So you are here, you turn, and you reveal you don't have the star. So you have 4 cards here, and you need to remove the last one. Okay, so I take and I remove the last one. So here I have 3 cards. Now same position, same change, same move, and you reveal now the square. It's not here. So you remove once again the last one, and same move, same change, now wavy lines. And at this moment you can stop here because here all the cards are face down, or you can, if the cards are the same, because it's possible that these 2 cards are the same, you make a last switch but nothing happens. So you say to the spectator, now I think it's good, you have chosen the cross and the circle, and you can reveal the cross and the circle. So it's very simple. You have always the same move. So I just show you once again the different changes. So you are like this up. Okay, so here I have the assistant, break, double lift. So I show you in front of you, you can see the symbols. I take a break under 4 cards, and like that I turn. So now one symbol, the star disappear. I remove 1 card, switch, change. Okay, the square disappear. I remove 1 card, change. Okay, I have 2 cards, and so here this is the last one. I can make here, but I don't turn, nothing happens, and you reveal the 2 symbols. Okay, so quick performance. So we can shuffle the deck. Before I need to make a prediction, so I will put this one. Okay, I put the prediction here. We can shuffle the deck. And if you watch, this is the ESP card with star, circle, cross, square, wavy lines. So all the cards are different, and we pass the card like that, and we ask to the spectator to say stop. Stop here, for example, and we put 2 piles. And so we have 2 different cards, okay, here. Okay, so now, if you remember, I have a prediction here, and you have 2 cards chosen. It will be good if these cards are the same, and my prediction is the same as the 2 cards. It will be good, yes? Okay, if you watch now, oh, I know, it's not good, it's not the same, because you have a circle across. Okay, it's not important because here I have a prediction. And if you watch my prediction, I have exactly the combination of the 2 cards, the circle and the cross. Okay, so here we need this card. Okay, we will see 3 different effects with cards like that in this side with the same ID. Here we have a card with 2 symbols, the cross inside the circle. Okay, and if you watch, this card looks like a window. Okay, so if you have ideas, mentalism routine, you can use this card and make a routine around with around the window. Okay, so just a point. Okay, for this trick, it's very simple. It's a prediction that you put here, and you need to force these 2 as symbols. So you put these 2 symbols on top, and you're ready for the trick. So you have a prediction here, or you can't put this card in the middle and you take the card and you put here on the table as you want. You can shuffle, but you keep the 2 symbols on top. It's very important. And now you need to force the 2 symbols. So you use the force that you want. But for example, once again, we pass the card, spectator says stop when you want, stop here. We make 2 piles. And here we have 2 symbols we put here. We can show, here we have different symbols. For example, you take this packet and you put it here. So at this moment, you say to the spectator, it will be very cool and amazing if the 2 symbols are the same and are the same as the prediction. Okay, so this is the best trick. So you turn over 1 card. Here we have the cross, and you say, okay, maybe it's a cross, it will be good, or no. And so here it's a bad news because it's not the good revelation. And so at this moment you say, okay, I have a prediction, and I think it's not bad, and you reveal this card because we have the 2 symbols on it, the circle and the cross inside. Okay, here a quick performance. Here we have some cards we can shuffle here. So we have ESP cards, square, cross, wavy line, all the cards, okay. And we ask the spectator to say stop when you want. Stop ici. So we have one card, this is the first one, and the second spectator say stop, stop here, and we have a second card here, okay. Two cards selected by the spectator, and if you watch, we have a first, this is a star, okay. And if you watch, it will be good, and we know if you have a connection between the two persons. And if you watch, oh yes, you are connected. So we have the two spectators connected, because if you watch, the first take a star and the second one take a star, okay. The first one and the second one. So I asked the first spectator to put his hand like this. I put the two cards, the other spectator put its hand on top, and now I ask to the spectator if he feels the heat, okay, if it getting hot, okay, you feel the heat, okay, because we have stars, you can give some heat, or the heat of the sun. Yes, did you feel it? Because if you open your hands, you can watch. Now we have only one card, because the two stars are now the sun, and this is the effect. Okay, so for this trick you need the set of 25 cards, ESP cards. You take from the pack the two stars, and here you need this card, the gaff card, and so you have the two stars on one card, okay. And if you watch, it could be a sun, yes. So as the window card, you can use this one and find other effect, other ideas to use this card with the sun and other ideas. So for the routine, it's very simple. So you have the set, you take this card, the sun card on top, and the two stars on top, okay. So you have star, star, and sun, and you're ready for the trick. So you can begin by shuffle the deck, but you keep the three cards on top, and now you need to force two cards to the spectator. So you use the force you want. So for example, you can make a slip cut, take a break, spectator say stop, and you cut here where you have the break. Or for example, you can use this force, spectator say stop, the finger keep the contact with the first card, and you take the rest of the pack except the top card, okay. So you are here, say stop, and you give the card to the spectator, okay. So I put face up to show you. I'm like this, spectator say stop, I'm here, and I give the card. So first card, second card. So we have here the two stars, and here we have the sun card. So at this moment you say to the spectator, okay, you have choose one card, you another card. All the cards are different, but it will be good if you have the same symbol. And so the first reveal, this is the star, and the second reveal, this is the star. So it's a match, and you can say you have a connection between the two spectators. At this moment you take a break under the top card, the sun card, and you take the two stars, and you need to make a switch, these two cards with this one. So first possibility, you tap and you make the switch like that, or you have the break, you put and you take the three card. Now we take one card, you put at the bottom, and you take the other to show the two stars, okay. So you have the two stars, and here we have the sun card. At this moment you can ask to the spectator to put his hand like this, and in fact you need to align and you take only the top card. Okay, you put it here, spectator put it the hand like that, or the two spectators, and at this moment you need to use the history that you prefer, but you can, for example, say, okay, we have the stars, this is the night, but did you feel the heat? Okay, and like this you snap your fingers, for example, you say, okay, the heat is more and more important, it's the heat of the sun, did you feel it? And when you say that, you say, okay, take the cards, and when the spectator will take, there is only one card, and this is the fusion of the two cards, and it's the sun, so you can use this history if you want. Okay, so here a quick performance. So here I have a prediction, I put the prediction here, and here I have ESP cards. We can shuffle once again. There is no problem, and we ask to the spectator to choose two cards. Okay, so I pass the card, you say stop when you want, stop here, the first one here, and stop here, the second one here. Okay, two cards selected. If you watch here, we have a cross, and here, oh, we have a cross. So this is exactly the same card. This is a perfect coincidence, but if you watch here, I have a prediction. And I will show you choose two cross, because if you watch here, we have exactly two cross together, and so this is the prediction. Or maybe you prefer, if you watch, we have two cross, but if I snap my finger, now we have exactly the two cross. So this is the effect, and now the explanations. Okay, so here for this trick we need the set of 25 cards. You take from this pack the four cross, okay, and you add this special card, the gaff card, with two cross on the same card. Okay, we have for example a fusion of two cross. Okay, and if you watch, it could be a snowflake. Okay, so once again you can use your imagination, create ideas with the snowflake, because we have the sun, the snowflakes. Here, for example, you can appear some water or other thing. So here is the explanation of the effect. This effect, it's the same as the two previous. We have variation, and you can use the card or the routine that you are more comfortable or you prefer. Okay, so setup is very simple. Here is a prediction card. You take the four cross and you put on top, and it's done. So you can put the prediction in the middle if you want, and you're ready. So you begin, because you make a prediction. In fact, you take the gaff card, you put on the table. You can shuffle the cards, but you keep the four cross on top. Now you make two fours for two cross as the previous effect. So spectator say stop, first one and second one. So at this moment you can make the revelation. First is a cross. It would be good if the second spectator choose a cross, and you can show that all are different, and which will be good. And it's good if here is a cross and you can reveal you have two cross on the same card. Okay, this card is a little bit strange, but when you reveal this card, you can prepare your break, and you take a break under the two top card because you have two cross here. So you show this is two cross, and you can finish by you separate these two cross. So for that you have the break under these two cross. You put the snowflake card on top. You take the three cards together and you make this move. So you show with this hand you take the pack, you snap your fingers, you turn your wrist, and you reveal the two cross. Okay, and so now it matches perfectly, and here you are just to put this card in your pocket, and you can use the other card because all the rest of the cards are the ESP card normal set. Okay, I show you just once again the change. Okay, you are here, you put, so break under 2 top card, here you have 3 cards, and here is a move, and you reveal the 2 cross. Okay, so here we have a quick performance of this effect. So we have cards, so ESP cards, and I need to shuffle a little bit, and I ask to the spectator to say stop, to choose one card. So for example, we say stop here, we take the card, here this is the star, okay? And so we have a star, you could choose the circle, the cross, the wavy lines, or the square. You choose the star, and with the star, I want to make a magic effect. And a star, it's bright in night. And if you watch the star, and I shake, now you can watch. This is the night because we invert the two color. Because the white is now black and the black is now white. But if you watch all the cards, you could choose any card. You choose the star, and all the other cards are blank. So this is the effect, and now the explanations. Okay, so for this trick, we need the set of 25 cards. We take from it a star, and you add this golf card. This is a negative card because we have invert the color. Okay, here you have a black star on a blank background, and here this is the white star on a black background. Okay, so the setup is very simple. This card on top and the star on top, and you're ready for the trick. So you can begin by shuffle the deck. You can present to the spectator the symbols, okay, that you have all the symbols. Just, it's very important, you need to hide this card, so be careful. Okay, so you can show, you can shuffle, but you keep the 2 first cards in place. Now you need to force this card, so you use the force that you want, for example this one, or to change slip cut, you take a break here, spectator says stop, and in fact you cut where you have the break, and this is the card. Okay, so at this moment you say, okay, you have this is the star, it could be the square, the cross, the wavy lines, or the circle, but you have the star. At this moment you need to take a break here on the top card. You put the star on top, and now you need to make the visual change. So you take the 2 cards together. This is the same as the smiley, the trick with the effect with the multiple change with the smiley cards. Okay, so you are in this position, you wave, and you turn the card. Okay, like that. Okay, so you have the star, just watch, boom, and now you put these 2 cards on top. You give the card to the spectator, he can watch both sides, and when it's done, you can show that all the other cards are with a blank background, and it's the only black in the deck. Okay, so very simple. It's a visual effect to use this card, but you can use your imagination to create other effects. Okay, so quick performance of this effect. So we have ESP cards. We can shuffle a little bit. And now we ask to the spectator to take any card and to put the card in his pocket. Okay, to watch the card, remember the card, and put it in the pocket. So for example, the spectator choose this one, put in his pocket, and now the magician put the card inside the box. So like that, we don't have cards in front of the magician. So the magician can't watch the card to watch which card there is no in the pack. Okay, so here the spectator has one card, and we ask to the spectator to think to his card, thinking of the card, and I can say that the card chosen by the spectator is a cross, and if you watch, is exactly the cross. So this is a simple trick, and so I show you the explanations. Okay, so for this trick we need the set of ESP cards, okay, the 5 set of ESP cards, and you need to create the stack, okay, and for this you need to use the ESP stack standard. So if you remember, you have 5 circle, 5 cross, 5 wavy lines, 5 square, and 5 stars. So the stack is very simple. Here is the card number 1, 2, this is a cross, 3, this is the wavy line, 4, the square, and 5, the star. It's very simple, mnemonic technique. The circle, if you have a pen and you make a circle, you have only one move, okay, 1. Here you have the cross, 2 move, 1, 2. Here wavy line, 3 move, 1, 2, 3. Square, 4 move, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, this is the 5 of the star. Okay? So now you have the 5 sets of 5 cards. So set number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now the setup is done. Okay, so here you have your stack and you are ready to begin. So you show the card, so you can show some symbol, you cut and you show other symbols. Okay, at this moment you can ask to the spectator to cut, you complete, cut, complete, because it's not a shuffle. Okay, the order will be the same, but it's for the spectator it's the same if you shuffle or you cut. But you can also make a false shuffle. So for example, you are just to cut like that and you pretend to shuffle the cards. Okay, so if you watch now, the circle is not on top, but the order, circle, cross, wavy line, square, and star are the same. And so now it's very simple. You ask to the spectator to take any card. Free choice. So for example, this one. And when the spectator takes his card, you cut where the card is. Okay, so you are like that. Spectator take this card and you cut the deck. At this moment, you ask to the spectator to hide the card, because you don't want to watch the back if it's marked. Okay, but you ask to the spectator to keep a secret the card, but just to watch the identity of the symbol. Okay, so you take the rest of the card and you put it on the box, and when you make this action you need to flash and remember the last card. Okay, here this is the star, and so at this moment, because I know the last card is the star, just after I know the card chosen by the spectator. Because if you remember, you have circle, cross, wavy lines, square, and star. And once again, we have circle, cross, wavy lines, square, and star. So here, if you remember, this is a star. So because we continue, we have a circle, and it's exactly the circle. So at this moment, you can pretend you read in the spectator minds, and you say, oh, you have choose the circle. Okay. Another example, just to be sure it's good for you. One card is taken by the spectator. You take, oh, it's the same. So I take another example. For example, this one. Okay. So here the card selected by the spectator. So for example, the card selected, I cut, I take this card, I put it on the box, I close. So here is a circle. So I know circle, cross. I know this is a cross. You pretend to read in the spectator mind, and you reveal this is the cross. Okay, very simple. You have just to know the stack, and this is the free choice, and you can pretend to have a mentalism power. So this is the trick, and this is the explanations. Okay, so a quick performance. So we have ESP cards once again, and here inside I have a prediction. Okay, now we can cut the deck, and we ask the spectator to take one by one the card, to put the card face up, and when he wants, he stop. Okay, so for example, spectator will pass the card and stops here. Okay, he stops here. So now we ask to the spectator if he want to continue to put one card, or it's very a free choice. Okay, spectator for example say no, and we say okay, here we have the wavy lines, and if you remember, I have a prediction inside the box. So one card before you have the cross, one card after you have the star, after you have the circle. So it's totally free. You choose the wavy lines, but if you watch inside the box, I have only one card, and it's exactly the wavy lines. So this is the effect, and now the explanations. Okay, so here we need the set of classic normal ESP cards. Okay, and we take all the wavy lines and all the circle. Okay, you have 5 circle, 5 wavy line. Here we have the rest of the symbols, and we need to add this card. This is the special card, double face card with wavy line one side and the circle on the other side. This is the prediction card. So we put this card on the box. So here in the example for me, the wavy lines are on top. So I put the card on the box. So like that, I know if I open the box like this and I take the card, we have the wavy line. But if I want to show the circle, I need to open the box and to take the card in this side. Okay, so here is for the prediction. Now we need to prepare the deck because we have a setup. So it's very simple. We put one random card and one force card. Okay, because we have 2 outs here, the circle or the wavy lines. So now it's very simple. You put one random card, a circle, random, wavy lines. Okay, and once again, random, circle, random, wavy lines. 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 And we put the rest of the cards on top. Okay, so random, circle, random, wavy line, random, and this is the same after. Okay, so now we are ready for the trick. So you present a box and you have one card inside. This is a prediction. You put here, and so here you can show the card if you want, and if you want you can make a false shuffle, or you can cut, false cut, but you keep the arrangement of the card, okay, random, etc. And at this moment you ask to the spectator to make the choice by himself. He take one card, he put face up, the other card face up, the other card face up, and he stop when he wants. Okay, free choice. So spectator say stop when he wants. So for example here, okay, we have multiple outs, one with the circle, one with the wavy line. So example number one with the circle. If it stop on one card and the card face up is one of the two outs, the circle or the wavy lines. Here it's very simple. You say, okay, you stop on one card, the circle. You could stop one before, this is a square, one after, this is the star. But you stop on the circle. Now I just need to take the box, I turn, I open, and I take the card to show the circle. And this is the good prediction, the prediction match with the selection. So this is the example number one. Option number two, the spectator stops on a random card. So at this moment, it's not good because the two out is the circle or the wavy line. So if it stops on a random card, the selected card will be this one, because here I have the circle, so I know here this is the wavy line. Okay, so at this moment you say, okay, you stop here on one card. You could stop one before the star, so here I know this is the circle. One after, this is a cross, but you stop here. So at this moment I know this is the wavy line, so I need to take first my prediction and reveal that the prediction match with the selection. So for example here I know this is the wavy line, and I say, okay, here in my box I have only one card, this is my prediction. So now for the first time you stop here on one card and it's exactly the wavy lines, and this is the revelation. Just a point, if you want to show front and back on the two cards, you can take the two cards together with the normal back at the end, and you can make a frustration count if you want. It's not necessary, just a point. So here this is the option 2. Now if the spectator stop on the wavy line, it's the same. You say, okay, you stop on this one wavy line, you could stop one before, one after, but you stop here and you reveal this is the wavy lines. And the last possibility is the stop here, and once again it's a random, so the selected card will be this one, and you say you could stop here or here, and now I have the wavy line, so I know this is the circle. And so at this moment I turn, I open, and I show the revelation. So very simple, but it's powerful for the spectator because the choice is is free of it. Is really free for the spectator, and so this is the explanation for this trick. Okay, so here a quick performance of this effect. This is ESP Tetelbaum from Ludovic Mignon. So a quick performance. So here we have the circle, the cross, the wavy lines, the square, and the star. We ask to the spectator to think of one card, okay, just in his head, in his mind, and when it's done, it's okay. Okay, so now I take the cards, oops, and I put the cards in my pocket, just like that. Okay, I ask to the spectator to think to his card, okay, and I think this is this one I put on the table. And so now I ask to the spectator which shape, which card he's thinking of. So for example, the star. And now it's very simple to have the suspense. So I take here in my pocket, I have the circle. So it's good. I have the cross. I have the wavy lines. And the last one, the square. So it's perfect because you choose the star and it's exactly the star. And so this is the effects. Okay, so here is the explanation for this trick from the mind of Ludovic Mignon. This is ESP Tetelbaum. And so here you need 4 cards for special card, double face card, and a regular card. Okay, so here we have the circle, the cross, the wavy lines, and the star, but in the other side you have square on each card. Okay, so you have square and the symbols on the other side, and here we have a regular back and a square. So this is the card you need for this trick. So it's very simple. At this moment you show to the spectator the 5 symbols and you ask to the spectator to think of any symbol. You think of any symbol, and when it's done you take the card but you keep the order. Okay, circle, cross, wavy lines. You put the star but you keep the square at the bottom. Okay, so like that you can flash the backs and you can put it in your pocket. Okay, so here in the example I put it here, but imagine it's in my pocket. Now you say, okay, you have one symbol in your mind and please think to the symbol. So you pretend to read the mind and you take one card, you go on your pocket and you take this card, the square with the normal back. So you take this card and you put on the table. So now you pretend in fact that you find the card chosen, the symbol chosen, and you have put it on the table. Okay? So now you need to ask to the spectator to reveal his choice. So you have 2 different outs. First, and the best, is the spectator say, I choose the square. At this moment, it's the better out because here is a square. So you say, okay, you could choose any symbol, but you choose the square and it's exactly the square. So this is the first possibility. If the spectator chooses another symbol, but not the square, here is how it works. For example, if it chooses the wavy lines. At this moment, I know the order because we have kept the order, circle, cross, wavy lines, and the last one, the star. So at this moment, if the spectator has in his mind the wavy lines and say, I choose the wavy lines, I need to go in my pocket and I take the first one and I reveal the circle. I don't show the other side. Be careful. The cards are in my pocket and I turn and I show this is the circle. You take the other one and say, in my pocket I have also the cross. Now I know the first, the other card is the wavy line. So I don't take this one, I keep for the end. Okay, so I take now the last card and I show once again the star. And to finish, so here is the last card. I take this card but I reveal the square. Okay, it's very important. You reveal the square, but in fact you have the square and the other side you have the wavy lines. So you reveal the square, so that means this card is the wavy lines, and to reveal you have just to make the switch. So you take this one, remove Mexican turnover, and you show the wavy lines, and you can show the square. Or you can make this move if you want. You take the two cards, you push, and you reveal the wavy lines. Okay, just another example. If, for example, the spectator choose the circle, I go in my pocket and I don't take the first because this is the circle. I know this is the circle, so I take the other card. Here we have the cross, the wavy lines, the star. I take the last one because I know this is the circle, but I show the square. Okay, I show the square and I make the switch to show this is exactly the circle which was my prediction. Okay, so very simple for this beautiful trick, and so this is the explanation for this trick. Okay, so here is a quick performance of this trick. So here I have one card. This is a card I will show you after. Okay, and here we will go to a famous game, the tic-tac-toe, and so I need to make okay, and the goal is to win. Okay, so the magician play with the spectator and the goal is to win the game. Okay, very simple. So for example, I begin and I put a cross and a circle for the spectator. So the spectator put a circle where he wants. For example, here the magicians continue. So for example, I put a cross here, and so the spectator will put the cross here to don't lose. So that's it's my, so I put the cross here because here we have two circles. So now the spectator will put the circle here. Okay, now I put the cross here, the spectator will put the circle here, and I put the cross here. Okay, so this is the game, and here if you watch, nobody win the game, but if you remember here, I have a prediction, and if you watch the prediction, it's exactly the result of the game. So we have circle, circle, cross, 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 circle, circle, cross, cross, and so this is the effect because the magician has predict the result of the game. So this is the performance, and now the explanations. Okay, so here the explanation for the tic-tac-toe trick. So this is a classic in mentalism. You have different version, and you have Richard Osterline who have a version. Donc here you have just this card. This is the prediction, the result of the game, and you have two sides. Okay, so for this trick you need this card, and if you want, so you present this card as a prediction and you put on the table, or if you want you can use this card with a blank face card, so you make a double lift and you put a single card on top, so the result will appear on the card. Okay, but if you make mentalism you have just to put this card on the table. So the first thing to know is to know the orientation of this card, because you have two possibilities. If I put the card like that, I have the two circles on top. Okay, on top I have circle and circle, and the cross at the bottom on the last line, cross and cross. Okay, if I turn the card like that, but if I turn the card in the other side, I have cross and cross on top and circle at the bottom. Why? Because at the end you can have the result in this side or in the other side. Okay, so to avoid to put in the good position, you need to return the card in the good way to have the perfect match. Okay, So here I want to have the cross in front of the spectator, okay, in the spectator side, and the circle on my side. So here I have the cross here. So if I want to reveal the cross here, I turn in this side. If I want to reveal the circle here on top, I need to turn the card in this side. Okay, so this is the first thing to know. Okay, you need to know the orientation. If you want, you can put a mark on the card to know in which side the card is. Okay, now is the tic-tac-toe principle. So it's very easy. It's a game, it's a famous game, and the goal is to win the game. So the magician will force the spectator to put the symbol where you want, because the goal is to have this result at the end. Nobody wins, but you have the prediction. Okay, so I show you how it works. Take a pen and you are ready. So the magician will have the cross and the spectator the circles. So you begin in all the time. The magician begins and put a cross in the middle. At this moment, the spectator put a circle where he wants. Okay, so for example here. And so at this moment, you need to force to have the good result. So here, for example, if you make, because I have a side, so here I put game. I put game here. So like that, we know the side. Okay. So here is the circle. Here is the square. Is a cross. Sorry. So if you remember the card, here I have a circle, so at the end I need to have two circles here and two cross here, okay, because the circle is here. So for that I need to force the spectator to put a circle here. So it's very simple. I need to put a cross here because I have two cross. If I continue, I can win the game, so the spectator will put a circle here, like that. Okay, now you have two circles here. So to avoid that the spectator win, I need to put a cross here. Okay, now I have two cross here, so the spectator need to put the circle here. Two circle, I need to put the cross here. Two cross, spectator will put the circle here, and here we have the cross. So we have two circles and two cross here. And so we have the prediction. So at this moment, I know I have the cross here in the spectator side, so I don't return the card like that, but in this side. Okay, and I reveal the prediction to the spectator, and it's exactly the good result. Circle, circle, cross, 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 circle, circle, cross, cross. Okay, so it's very simple. I show you just another example. So for example here you will see the other, but it's not important. Okay, so I begin here with the cross all the time, and so for example in the other example I put a circle here, but for example the spectator put the circle in this position. Here it's different because the circle is at the bottom, so I know here I need to have a circle here. Here I need to have a cross and another cross here. So at the end we will have another result, another side. Okay, so here I have a circle, so I need another circle here. So for that I need to put a cross at this position. Okay, so you force the spectator to put the circle here. Now circle, circle, I need to put the cross here. Cross, cross, the spectator will put a circle here. Now I have two circles, so I need to put the cross here. Cross, cross, I need to put, the spectator will put the circle here and the cross here. So, as you know, we don't have exactly the same because the orientation is different. There is only these two symbols would change, okay? So here I have the two cross on top and the two circles at the bottom. And so here, if you remember, I have the two cross in the spectator side and here the two circles in my side. So I need this time to turn the revelation in this side and you can watch it match. Okay? So I hope it's clear, but it's very simple in fact. And this is the explanation for this trick. Okay, so quick performance with ESP cards. So I show you, we have ESP cards and we can shuffle before to start. And now I will, I pass the card like that and the spectator says stop when you want. Stop here. So for example, and we make two piles and we have two different cards at the end here on each pile. And if we watch, here we have the wavy lines and here we have the star. Okay, wavy line and star. We take the two cards, we put it here, and so here I need the two cards, so the two choice, the star and the wavy lines, and we put the card back to back, just like that. Okay, I can show you the two. Okay, we have the star with the wavy lines. We put face to face, back to back, and we give the card to the spectator. Spectator put his hand on top, or the two spectator, and now we ask to the spectator he feel the heat once again, because if you watch, so spectator can take the cards and watch that the card are now only one card, a single card, and this is the fusion in between the two cards. So spectator can check the card, we take the card, so can watch the two sides. Okay, it's very simple. And now just watch. And now we have the two cards with the wavy lines and the star. So this is an effect where you have two cards. Now after we have a fusion where the two cards are together, so we have a double faces card, and now we separate the two cards to give to the spectator. Okay, so this is the effect, and now the explanations. Okay, so for this trick you need the set of 25 cards. You remove the one star and one wavy line, and you need to add this special card. This is a double face card with wavy lines on one side and the star on the other side. Okay, so the setup is very simple. You take the deck and you put this card at the bottom. Okay, so we have the star in front on top and the wavy lines in contact with the other cards. Okay, now you have the two cards here and you put on top and it's done. Okay, you're ready. You can shuffle, but you keep the double faces card at the bottom and the two cards that we need to force on top. Okay, so now we need to force these two cards, so you use the method that you want. You can make this method or the same as we have seen before. Spectator says stop, you make two piles. We have two cards. You can show we have different symbols you put on top. So now we have the double faces at the bottom, and you can keep a break on this card. Okay. Now you reveal the first and you say it will be good if it's a star, it's the same symbol, but it's not the case. Okay, now we need to make the fusion effect. So for that, here I have the star, so I need to put the wavy lines on top. Okay, now you take these two cards, you put on top here, and so you have a break. You put the card here, and you take the three cards and on the break. Okay, so now you can. So we are in this position. You take the first one and you turn over this card. This is the star, and you can show the cards back to back. So single card and double card here. Okay, we are in this position. You can turn over and you can show the card clearly show the card back to backs. Now you ask to the spectator to put his hand like that, and now this is the move. You align the card, and now you pretend to take the two cards, but in fact you take only the first one. And when you make the move, you turn your wrist to don't flash this one. You put in the spectator hand, and now you snap your finger. You ask to the spectator if he feel the hit. You ask to take the card, and he can watch. We have a single card, and this is the same card. Okay, so this is the first effect. You can stop here if you want, but you can make the other effect, and for that you need to keep the break under the two cards here. And so here is the other effect. You take the double face card, and here I have the wavy lines, so I need to take the wavy lines with the wavy lines on top. You put it, so you have the break. You put it this card here. You take the three card. Okay. You turn the three card. Okay, so you can show both sides. And now you need to remove the last one. Okay, this is the double face card. And you keep the two regular card back to backs. And so now you can show once again this is the same card. You snap your fingers and you make this move to separate the two cards. And you reveal. Now you have the two cards, and you can give to the spectator for examination. And now it's the end of the trick. If you want, you can just have to remove this card, because all the cards are regular, and you can make another trick. Okay, so here a quick performance for this effect. I need a prediction. I put the prediction here. I shuffle the cards, but it's not necessary, because I just want to show you have a square, wavy line, cross, a circle. We have the card, and we ask to the spectator to name any shape. So for example, the circle, it's totally free. And here, which will be good, it's that on this card we have exactly the circle. It will be good, yes. But if you watch here, you can watch, and you have exactly the circle here, because we have a house and we have here a circle. Yes, so it's good. So this is a gag, and you say, okay, I will do something better. So you have choose the circle, and if I snap my finger, now we have the circle. So this is an effect with the gag. So with the house card, and here you have the final revelation. So this is a quick performance, and now the explanations. Okay, so here is the explanation for this trick. So you need this card, this is the gaff card, and it represents a house, okay, with all the symbols of ESP cards. So we have the square, the triangle that you have in some cards, but you have the card in this deck, the triangle. You have the circle, the cross inside, so it looks like a window. Here we have the smoke that represents the waves, the wavy lines, and here we have the star. Okay, so in this card you can create your own ideas because you have a sun, you have the snowflake, you have the window, and you have this card. Okay, you can create your own routine. Here is a simple trick with this card. You need the 25 cards and you remove one set. Okay, so you have the circle, cross, wavy lines, square, and star. You take these cards in order, it's very important, and you put on top. So you have the circle, the cross, the wavy lines, the square, and the star on top. And here, this is the prediction. So you put this card in the middle and you're ready. You begin, you say, okay, I make a prediction. You take this one and you put it on the table. Now you can shuffle, but you keep the 5 cards on top if you want to shuffle. You can present the symbols, circle, star, wavy lines, cross, and square. And now you ask to the spectator to choose any symbol, free choice. And so, for example, wavy lines. Okay. So at this moment, you need to make the wavy lines on top. So you remember this is in order. So I know the first is circle, second cross, and third wavy line. So I need to remove these 2 cards and to put it at the bottom. If it's the circle is on the top. Okay. If it's the cross, I need to remove 1 card to put the cross on top. Okay. So this is just you need to put the symbol chosen by the spectator on top. So here wavy lines, I just have to cut to put wavy lines on top, and I keep a break on the top card. Okay. So now I say to the spectator, okay, I have a prediction. It will be great if your symbol is on this card. Yes. And now you reveal that it's a house. Okay. And you have all the symbol on it. So it's a gag. And so now you show. Okay. And now you need to make a switch. Okay. So you make a top change. So you are like this. You make the switch and you put the card on the table. Okay. So you are like that. You show, this is a gag. You make the switch. You put the card on top and you make a break, a little break, and you say, okay, yes, you have all the symbol on this card, but you choose the wavy lines and just watch. Now I remove all the symbol except the wavy lines, and now you can reveal the wavy lines are the only symbol on this card. Okay, so quick performance of this effect. So we have some cards, ESP cards we can shuffle, and we need 2 spectators, a man and a woman. Okay, so we pass the card like that, and the spectator says stop when he wants. So for example, stop here. We make 2 piles. So like that we have 2 cards, 2 different cards on each pile. Okay, so we take the 2 cards on each pile. We can watch here we have 2 cards. This is 2 different cards. And so we have only 2 cards, and we take the first one. This is the circle, and if you watch the second one, and this is exactly the circle. So you have a connection between the man and the woman because the 2 spectators have chosen the 2 circles. Okay, so we can continue the experience because we have the 2 circles and we give the card to the 2 spectators, and we explain now that the 2 spectators has the same shape, the circle, but the 2 spectators are different, okay? They are their own identity, and if we snap the fingers, now we can watch here the man have this card with the symbol, and here the woman with his symbol. So this is the effect, and so now the explanations. Okay, so this is the explanation for this last trick. So we need to use these special cards. We have two special cards. This is the symbol for the man and the woman. Okay, so we need to use this card, and we need the 25 ESP cards, but you remove two circles, one cross, one square, and the wavy lines. So here is the setup. So you take the two circles, the cross, the square, here this symbol, the wavy lines, and the symbol, but this symbol you put the arrow in this side, okay? And you put this card on top of the pack, and you're ready for the trick, okay? So you can make false shuffle, false cut, but you can present the symbol of the, okay? You show the symbol, and now you need to force the two circles. So it's very simple. Once again, you pass the card, so you need to pass 8 cards, and you say to the spectator, please say stop when you want. So spectator says stop, stop here, and we make 2 piles once again. Okay, so now we have 2 cards, and you say, okay, we have 2 cards, and now you can show the 2 other cards. You can watch, we have different symbols, and at this moment it's very important, because you know to it's important to know where is the cross, because the cross indicate where you have the 2 symbols. So here we have the 2 symbols, okay? So it's very important. So you show that we don't have the same symbol, so you know the symbol are here. So for that you take the cross and you put it on the other packet, like that, okay? Now you take this pack with the symbol on top, you put on this pile, and you put on the rest of the pack, okay? Now you can prepare your break, okay? So under 2 cards, 2 symbols, so you can prepare your break. And so now you have 2 random cards, and you reveal we have the first one, this is a circle, and the second is a circle, okay? So it's important, in this routine, you need to have 1 man and 1 woman, okay? Or 1 man or 1 woman. And so at this moment, you have a connection between the 2 persons. So this is the first effect. Then you take these 2 cards, and you need to switch these 2 circles with the 2 symbols, okay? For the spectator, at this moment, the effect is finished, okay? So you take these 2 cards, you put on top, you take the 4 cards on the break, 2 symbols and 2 circles. You take 1 card, you put at the bottom, and once again, and you can show clearly the 2 circles, okay? So you show the 2 circles, you take the 2 cards, and now you will make the second effect. So you need to hide this part of the arrow to show and to flash 2 circles, okay? So the thumb is here to hide the arrow, and the card is in this side to hide this part, okay? Just like that. So you make the change, the switch, and you say, okay, you have to choose the same symbol, so you flash very quickly, and you say, okay, take your cards, and at this moment you need to have this card. If the man is here, you need to make this move. So you are like that, you have the symbol for the man here, and you say take your card. So the man will choose, we will take this card, and the woman this one. If it's in the other side, okay, because you have the man here and the woman here, you need to switch. So you show clearly and you switch the card. So okay, take your cards like that, and so we have the good position. At this moment you say, okay, you have the card in your hand, but you have choose the same symbol, but you are different, and now you snap your fingers and you say, because you wrote on the first, you are a man, and you are a woman, and you reveal the symbols. Okay, so this is the end of the routine, and so you have you transform the circle in the good symbol. So this is a beautiful routine, and this is the explanation for this trick.